Our guest is in studio. He oozes wisdom, as his name is. Joe Wisdom is in the building. And I told you guys what you're talking about. Love, relationships that are just there for convenience. Joe Wisdom, karibu kwenye studio.
Thank you, Mary.
Yeah, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you.
Yeah?
Yes.
Imekuwa mwaka mzuri?
It's a great year.
Holiday ulispend aje?
Mine, I think I was just around.
Yeah, you didn't travel.
Yes, I
You
did
kept
travel.
Corona in Nairobi.
Yes. I had traveled some weeks before.
Okay.
So I just wanted to have some good time with the family.
Ah, awesome.
Yes,
So
yeah.
you spent it here.
Yes.
With family though, which
Yes,
is a
yes,
beautiful
yes,
thing.
Yes. And we also received a lot of guests.
Ah,
Yeah, a lot of visitors.
Okay. Today we're talking about something that we all experience, one way or the other, and it's both ways. You can experience true love, genuine relationships with people, and sometimes we find ourselves in relationships that are just for convenience.
Yeah.
And when the thing that you were supplying or giving or sharing with the partner or friends, when that is cut out, maybe you lose a job, and then the relationship just ends.
Yeah.
You move to a different country, different state, different part of the country, the relationship just ends.
Yeah.
The love is not there anymore. So I would say we experience both of the two things.
Yeah. So basically, what happens with relationships is that most of them are not intentional, and we need to begin by defining and understanding what a relationship is, or even what love is.
Okay.
When we talk about being in a relationship, it does not necessarily mean that you must be in love.
Being in a relationship does not necessarily mean that you are in love.
Yes.
Did you hear that?
Yeah. Relationship means that we can relate from different angles. We are workmates.
Yes.
You know, we used to hang together. We have mutual friends.
Yep.
So basically, when we come together in a relationship, what the problem that we have is the expectation of the other person.
Okay.
And I think we'll need now everybody will need to define every relationship that they have.
With the different people that you're having relationships with.
Yes. Because a lot of issues come when I expect too much from others. And people get offended.
That's true.
When they feel frustrated, maybe they expect you to, if you expected somebody to help you and they didn't help you, maybe it is you who thought you are that close. Maybe according to that person, you are not a priority.
Or probably they're not able to help you.
Definitely. Yeah. Or they can't even help you. You have not, according to them, you have not attained. You are not up to that place.
That level.
You are not up to that level. But in your mind, many people think the way they think is how others see them.
Oh my God.
Very unfortunate.
You can be a best friend to me,
Yes.
but then I'm not your best friend. You
Yes.
have another best friend.
I'm trying to
this
look
is
at
my
you.
expectation.
Yes.
This is what I
Yes.
know about our relationship,
Yes.
but I haven't spoken that to you.
Yes.
So you do not know.
Actually, according to me, is you are in my space because of maybe what you're getting. So according to me, I've not interpreted that as a relationship.
Okay.
It's just a matter of convenience. We meet, we do whatever we are doing, then we go. Expectation is everything. And definition.
And you say that we need to talk about these expectations.
Yes, and we need to define. Everybody need to define everybody. Define everybody who is in your life. Define every relationship that you are in.
Do you need to do that to yourself, for yourself, or do you have to have this conversation with the people?
Now, when you define, like for example, there are people I relate as their pastor.
Okay.
There are people I relate as the brother. Last weekend I had visited my grandmother. And though I am I'm a man of God, when I go to my uncles, I am their nephew. So when I define that, I don't expect my uncle to treat me
the way your congregation does.
The way my congregation treats me.
Yes.
I don't expect my father to bend low when he's greeting me because I'm a son, I'm a child.
Yes.
He even introduced me to his friends. Yeah, this is my boy.
Yes.
I will not be offended.
No, you won't.
But if somebody that I've mentoring calls me a boy, that's an offense. So it's all about defining the relationship that you are in and putting everybody where they belong. It's as simple as that.
Is it as easy as you put it?
It's very easy, Mikari. is very easy, I can tell you. I have done it practically. I have tried it. I have advised many people to try it. Because people who come and they say, I'm offended because I was in need. This person did not come to help me. When they were in need, I helped them. And when you try to look at that, I say that maybe the way you have carried this person in your heart and in your mind is not that the way that person interprets.
Okay.
Maybe they think you are giving, maybe they think you are helping them because you have a lot to help.
So that does it mean that genuine love is then when we have these conversations and we are on the same page in terms of expectations, like this is what I expect from you and you tell me what you expect from me. Does that mean it's love, or it's just a relationship that is symbiotic?
Now, relationship, when now we get into love, there must be an understanding.
Okay.
You cannot assume that the other person loves you.
Oh, goodness.
Never assume love.
Even if they say it? Is it
no,
more?
Never assume. You see, love is, as much as it's spoken,
yes,
it can also be seen. It can be felt.
Okay.
Actually, the right definition from where I come from the Word of God, they say that love is kind.
Yes.
Love is, love is patient. All those attributes.
Doesn't keep a record of wrongs.
It doesn't envy.
No, it doesn't.
It's not self-centered.
Yeah.
So all that is love. So for you to understand what love is not a matter of meeting somebody and saying that I loved him in the first sight. No, give yourself time.
Love at first sight is a story.
It's a story, and you must give it time. And I'm not saying, there are exemptions.
Yes.
The fact that somebody got married at 23 and they are still married doesn't mean that everybody should get married at that age.
That's true.
So, and I love what Benjamin Zuru says about the pre-25 things. so you can find, but you still find people who got married at that and they are happy.
Yes.
But you cannot make it a culture. So you must also look at how is it working for me?
That's true.
How is it working for me? So people who are in love and people who are in a relationship, actually, you can be in love. You can love somebody. You can be in a relationship with somebody, and you are not in love with that person.
Yeah.
Like for example, even before I got married, I had so many girlfriends. I did not marry them.
No.
And that does not mean that I still relate with them.
Yeah.
But not for any other reason. Just because they are human beings. They are human beings. So that aspect of being human is what makes us get into relationships. But when it comes to love again now, you have to define what love is. What manner of love are you loving this person?
Okay.
Because there are some people who understand, now because you're in a relationship, you love is a girl, you love her, or is a man, you love him, he thinks that huyu mtu ananitaka.
Okay.
It's even so primitive, Mikari, that you're even on your way to a place you go and meet a lady. Umsalimie tu, you just say hi. Na kunyamazie. And do you know what the interpretation is?
Yes.
Ananitaka.
That is wrong.
You see,
wrong
interpretation.
Good
and
morning.
I was just saying hi.
Yes.
Why should, but unajua there are people who are...
It also depends on how this hi is said,
Yes,
you know.
yes.
Kuna wale wako mtaa unapita, madam, there's, and then it's demeaning. It's not like your kawaida, hi, good morning, madam, how are you doing? Unajua ile habari yako, kwa sababu mimi ndakujibu kiniambia habari yako. But then if you call me, there's a way I'll just be like, I will not, dignify that with an answer, and I will walk away.
Yeah. So there are those bad-mannered people,
yes.
At least there are those exemptions you are talking about.
Yes.
There are those special cases where you feel like... So when we talk about love, we are talking about now defining what love is. And how do you get to a place where you feel like, I love this person?
Yeah.
Love must come, give yourself time. It's a matter of time. That is when you now understand. Doesn't matter how somebody keep bothering you, telling you how much they love you.
Yeah, it's
a matter
the
of
actions.
Time.
And even their time.
And the way they are treating you. And the way, that what we exactly say. Love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, it does not keep a record of wrongs. But this person who keep repeating, you did this to me, you have now repeated, there are a lot of questions right there.
So I think it's important for the two of you to, depending on where you're coming from, in terms of backgrounds, because like you based your definition of love from the Bible.
Yes.
So we also need to define what love means to us. Does it mean you need to compromise? Does it mean that you become understanding? Does it mean that you compromise, forgive, and all of those things put together. So it is not one definition. It's different for different people. And that is the one thing that you need to understand with the person that you are relating with on that level.
Yeah. And people also need to understand that you cannot love others if you don't love yourself.
Yep.
That's why we say that even the Bible says that love your neighbor as you love yourself.
Yeah.
So many people don't love themselves. They don't love themselves. And they expect to receive love from others. So you'll be like you are at the masses of that person.
Probably because you're not even giving the love out because you have nothing to give.
Yes.
You don't love yourself.
Yes.
So how are you going to give something you don't know?
You can't
even
give
have?
what you don't have.
Yeah.
So when you expect too much from others, you will never find like you are getting it.
Okay.
And when you find somebody loving you, you feel like this is the person. Actually, and I don't know whether there's something we call anaptophobia.
What is that?
Anaptophobia is the fear of being alone.
Naptophobia.
Anaptophobia.
Anaptophobia.
Yes.
The fear of being alone. Okay.
And these are people now, most of these people don't love themselves. So when they find somebody who loves them or who is purporting to love them, they can even die in that relationship.
Oh, goodness.
They can die there. Why? They fear being alone. What if this man leaves me? Will I ever get another person?
What will I do with myself when I'm alone?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So they stick right there. They can die there. They can get abused in that relationship.
Yeah.
But just because they don't love themselves. Because when you love yourself, when you know who you are, when you have your identity right, you will never be under the masses of anybody in any relationship.
Oh, my goodness.
Whether love or otherwise.
Beautiful. I hope you guys are taking notes. Anaptophobia. I just got schooled.
Yes.
We're going on a short break. We will be right back. But if you have any questions for Joe Wisdom, remember we're talking about love versus relationships that are out of convenience. And when we come back, we'll also be touching on tuma affair. Is it all bad? Ama kabisa mtu hana affair, and they want a relationship with you, you know? 111 444 111. We will be right back. Welcome back to Full Circle with Mwikali. I hope you guys are having a great morning and learning a lot, because I just got schooled, guys. Got schooled. Tunasema morning Mwikali, happy new year, looking good. Shoi Kopoa kabisa, Kristen from Marsabit. Hi Mr. Joe, I'm asking many years apart are expected between, how many years apart are expected between partners? I'm 18 and my bae is 22. My name is Tiffany. I think you guys are okay. I don't know. Hi, Wikali. I thought I was in a relationship and I was in that relationship alone. Oh, wow. I think it's a beautiful thing they realized that they were alone. Ali. I hope it was Ali.
Yeah.
18, 22, that age difference, how is it? Tiffany is 22.
Yes, and I don't want to talk about whether it's the right time or not.
Yes.
But allow me to answer the question the way it has been asked.
Yes.
That we usually say plus or minus 5.
Okay.
Because there's a place you can get, and you get into another generation. And you'll never agree on anything.
That's true.
Because your priorities are totally different.
Yeah.
So plus or minus 5 to me, according to Joe Wisdom,
plus minus 5.
Yes.
Okay, there you have it.
Yeah.
There you have it. Now, plus for the gentleman.
Yes.
And minus for the lady.
Yes, because okay, cool. Now, and it can also be vice versa. You see, you see also, when it is vice versa. You know, when you marry a lady who is too old, if that is the correct...
Much older
than
yes,
you.
Yes.
You might even be joking with her and she thinks, wacha ujinga, wacha utoto.
Oh, wow.
Because she thinks that you are childish.
You're childish. Yeah. Okay.
But you're just being yourself.
Before we went on a break, we talked about the Tum affair situation, which has been a conversation going on around. And some people really need the affair, but then the way it's been sorry, that's Caro, we're good. That's my producer. You know, like the way it's been put out there.
Yes.
The way it's been put out there, it's Tum affair has been used to mean other things that might actually not be true.
Yes.
But let's just talk about that for a bit.
Yes. The Tum affair analogy.
Yes.
And it is a reality. It is happening, and it has branded many ladies as consumers.
That is true.
And it might have started on a genuine position that I would want to come, but I don't have transport.
Yeah.
Please provide transport. Yeah. Actually, I was not planning to come, but since you want me to come, then facilitate. It was as simple as that.
Yes.
But now it has become a cash cow. That is what...
That is what we are being told. Tunakula fare.
Yes. So you want a project, you want to do something, and you don't have money. So it's like, I want to come, but I don't have to my fare. And most of the people have eaten the fare. Now, it is so ridiculous, it's so unfortunate that we have reduced ourselves to that position. That you can be making money from such a thing. And unfortunately, you find that if you eat somebody's fare, there is always one day that you come to pay for it. Hakuna vitu za bure. There is nothing for this. You don't get anything for free nowadays. That person will make sure that you pay for it.
Lakini tunaona pia imeharibia wale watu genuinely they need to be facilitated for the fare.
Let me talk to my sisters, because I'm coming to the men. Yeah. Let me talk to my sisters.
Okay.
Now, you must not go if you don't have fare. Why should you go? Why can't he come if he must come?
Lakini atakuja wapi? Probably you have that thing for my house, my rules.
No.
If you need to see me, you look for me. Make it work.
Actually, many ladies have become victims because of going to men's houses.
So don't go there.
And I said on this show sometimes back that one of the greatest mistakes single people make is when you assume wifely duties.
Yes.
You go to that house, you are doing the cleaning, you do everything, you cook, and you think that you wash. You think that you are making this man see you as a wife material. But this man is simply, this man belongs to that generation that used to be called hit and run. Nowadays it is eat and run. You know, it is eat and run. So when you begin behaving that way,
yes,
that man will just eat you
and run. Okay.
The hunter will become the hunted, and the hunted becomes the hunter.
Okay.
So if you are already make your money, get busy, get a job, get yourself something to do.
Yes.
In case you need to meet, nobody need to tell you where to go. You can choose to go to a hotel, meet there, discuss whatever you are discussing. Yeah. If you want to get the respect that you deserve.
That's true.
But anytime somebody sends fare for you, they'll treat you, mistreat you.
Or even they feel entitled. I mean.
Yeah. And by the way, there's no way, if you didn't have fare to come, you do not have fare to go back. So you'll be in that house, you become a captive of your own actions.
Dependent on this person.
Yeah. If he says that you'll be there for the next 2 days, unless you get Red Cross to come and say you know.
EMS, rescue situations. But we've talked and we've had conversations and we've had songs that Nairobi has become one huge bedroom.
Yes.
You know,
yes.
Where we have relationships out of convenience.
Yes.
They are called one night stand. Did you know that there's actually a half night stand? You knew?
Yes,
I just learned the other day.
Sex work is
half
even
night.
They are those stand. They are there, Mwikali. This world has turned upside down. Things are happening. Things we never thought that they could come to Africa, because these things have been out there in the Western countries.
Yes.
So we are only importing them. Allow me, before I even go to these, to talk about men, because men might start, ladies might start stoning me here.
Okay, please.
There are also men who are out there posting, like, you know, men who are on zero grazing. When women are being told to telling their people to set the fare, men are being zero grazed in women's houses. That man cannot work.
Yeah.
He has nothing to offer. All that he is doing in that house ni kupikiwa mayai na sausages. And we have reduced ourselves in this generation as sex objects.
Oh my goodness. Zero grazing, in other words, kile unasema ni kuwekwa.
That's the point.
Yeah. I think
that man has
such a cool word, but ni kuwekwa wase, kuwekwa.
Yeah. Okay. He is being fed, anapewa kila kitu. Kama anataka kwenda shopping, he is driven.
Anapatiwa gari, kakis, anatembea akifanya hivi.
Yes. And when you ask him what he is doing, he say, I'm a businessman.
Yes. Businessman.
Yes. And you see him with that
petrol station anapiga simu.
Yes.
Nikupatia till number uniekee gari mafuta.
Yes. And let me tell you, it's desperation that is there. There's a lot of desperation. Let's go back to where we were.
Okay, so at least you've addressed.
Yes.
Nasikia kwa masikio yangu the gallery is lit up. Wanasema umetumwa kuingililia boy child, but at least you addressed the girl child before as well, so it's okay.
I don't want people to stone me.
Yes.
Now, when we talk about the behavior that are going, morality that is going on, immorality that is going on today,
yes,
people, sex orgies have become the order of the day. You find that some young people are caught in a certain house, you know, doing those pornographic, shooting pornographic movies. We need to go back to the foundations. We need to do something about our morality. Though it is not easy to police morality,
yeah,
we need to go back to our conscience. Our moral fabric is torn. We don't stand for anything. Somebody said that if you don't stand for anything, you can fall for anything.
Yes.
You know? So we need to go back to that position when we begin asking ourselves, what is the right thing to do? What is the right thing to do? And some of these people are pushing each other. It's just because of influence, peer or otherwise. People coming is very difficult for somebody to sit down alone and begin thinking, I think I can do this. No, it is pressure. Kuna mahali tunaendaga, there's a place we usually go. Please, will you accompany me? Yes, we can go. And they come up as a gang. I've not seen somebody caught, maybe in a camera doing those things, but you find groups.
There are groups.
And especially our young generation.
Yeah.
So those groups, you know, let me talk to our young people here.
Yes.
Some people will push you. Some people will push you into the pool. And after you have drowned, make you an example of a stupid mistake. After you fail. People will push you into a relationship. After the relationship has failed, they live to give an example of you, of a very stupid person. So don't do things because people are doing.
That's true.
Evaluate yourself. Look at what. We need to go back to the Sunday school teachings.
Are we taking our kids to Sunday school these days? You know, I grew up in Sunday school, but I've also seen parents, like people who are my age, who have children, and that does not happen.
Now that is now the parental responsibility.
Yes.
And I want to speak also to every parent to know that you have a moral responsibility.
To that child.
To that child.
Yes.
Actually, the Bible says that raise up a child in the way that he should go.
Yeah.
And when he is grown up, he will never depart from those ways.
That's true.
So it's about the foundation that we lay, Mikari. Are we laying the right foundation? We young parents, are we laying the right foundation? Because we cannot keep pointing at our young people. We must also look back. How are they raised? What kind of an environment did they grow in? You find that a young person is going out, is still living with the parents, going out. Actually, the parents is driving them to those parties.
Or giving them money to just
giving
go
them
out.
money.
Yeah.
So parents have also a very, very, very great role to play.
Yeah.
But all is not lost. We can still do them. We are involved in so much counseling out there in schools. We go to schools to speak to these people. They come for counseling in our center, you know, and we are called even in different places just to go and talk to these teens,
young people.
young people.
I want to throw like a spanner into the works, Joe. We've talked about how we need to check our moral fabric, how we need to go back into the beginning. But some people will argue it's too adulting, consensual adults. It's like we are adults and this is what we want to do. And yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. The government will not come to us. We are over 18, you know.
Yeah.
So what do we say about that? Because wako wazima.
Now, when we talk about consensual sex and all that, people need to keep asking themselves, especially the mature, for how long can I do this?
Okay.
Do you know why we will not have families if that is a trend?
Okay.
The reason as to why in the next 10, 15, 20 years we will not have families is because of that. Because you can have it when you need it. And the problem is now, if you begin now buying and selling sex, you know, you are reduced. You reduce yourself to an animal. You can have it in, you know, we lose the family values.
Yes, and that is true.
We will have children, Mikali, who will be fatherless. Fatherless in quotes because the fathers are there. There is a woman who have gotten children, but he cannot say who the father is. So these children will also be left. So the punishment is not for the too mature. The problem is for the product, the children they raise. Because these children will be fatherless.
Yeah.
And so much will also be motherless because the mother will begin to go looking for a livelihood.
Yeah.
So the child is right there. Nobody to look at the kid.
Yeah.
Now, those are the kids that we are talking about. Who will take them to Sunday school?
It's such a sad situation, Joe, because some people will be arguing that, why settle for just one? You know, and it's a conversation you've had.
Yes.
Why settle for one if I can just,
Yeah.
be out here, left, right, center, whatever I want, whatever I like, I can just get. Why commit? Why put myself in a box? Why jail myself?
Now, this is also what they say. If you can get milk for free, then why buy a cow?
That's true.
So that's why people are not committing. But you are good at the age that you are in right now, an age that you can move around. Look at your future.
Okay.
When you look at your future, you'll be reduced to a beggar. You'll have nothing. You'll not have anybody around you. Your children will turn against you. They told you, Mom, when we needed you, you are not there.
You were not there.
You used to bring every manner of man in the house. I have seen, I've heard from young people who are bitter about their parents. They used to they suffered from what I told you last time called the Samaritan woman syndrome. They had 5, and even the one who is in the house is not theirs. And the children are watching. What moral foundation are you laying for your children? And whatever we do, we carry, doesn't end there. We usually carry it and push it to the next generation. So I want to tell parents and people, those mature people, out of, you can say it's consensual, you have agreed, but what kind of a foundation are you laying for your children? Let me give an example.
Okay.
A biblical example. David sleeps with Bathsheba.
Yes.
He was a king, he had the power.
Yes.
He could manipulate anybody and any system.
And he did.
He did it.
Yes.
After he did it, let me tell you, Mikari, he thought that God was through with him.
No.
But it's a seed that he sowed in his life and generations to come. Later on, he slept with one woman, Bathsheba, and killed the husband. Later on, his own son, called Absalom, took his father's wives, wives, slept with them at the balcony, at the roof of the palace. In the eyes of the Israelites, they were watching. They had a pornographic movie going on. The king's son with his father's wives.
That's tragic.
Because of a seed that was sowed, a door that was opened.
Yeah.
So sex is not just doing. No, it's not just doing it. No, it has some other spiritual connotations. It is a responsibility.
Yeah.
Before
we end this conversation, because we are almost there, I just want to read a few the people 2 questions. We'll try and answer them pretty fast. Kuna hii mwaka hai mwikali hapo sasa mmeniingilia kwa zero grazing mnachoma aki. Wacha mse, wacha. Get your own money, y'all. Hi mwikali, I'm Vesh from Thika. Love the show very much and keep doing the good job. My question is, how long should I give myself before reciprocating his love?
No, it's a matter of, we cannot say this.
There's no
up to this
time.
But your conscience and your spirit. You see, we say if you want to fight true love, don't follow your heart. We say that a man's heart is deceitful above all things.
Oh yeah.
Your heart can deceive you. You know, your heart goes where your mind tells it, and your eyes tells it this is the place. Your heart will go there. But if you follow your spirit, there's something that keeps speaking to you. Some people call it conscious.
Yes.
You must know when you're in the wrong thing. That is why sometimes you are even on the roads, and you want to board a matatu, and something tells you don't do that.
Yeah. Okay. So listen to your spirit.
The spiritual people, you call it the spirit, and people who are just who doesn't subscribe to that will say my conscience.
Okay. All right. One more question here. Mikali, good morning. I have been in this relationship 5 years. This guy wanted to marry me last year, but I got pregnant and he left me with a condition of me aborting so that we can be together. Help me understand if this is love or convenience.
That is convenience, and on top of that, manipulation.
Yeah.
There's manipulation. That man is selfish.
Very selfish.
And he doesn't deserve you.
I hope you heard that.
Get busy.
Move on.
Potea na miguu yako. That's a dangerous man.
5 years in, Joe.
That's a dangerous man.
5 years.
You was almost becoming an ancestor. 5 years is a long time. Do courtship. You court for 5 years. Are you in school? 5 years is a long time.
Even in primary school, I went to boarding school.
Huyo ni
mpaka
mtoto
class 8.
Hai, huyo mtoto akiwa class 4 sasa amemaliza 8 and somebody is just keeping you there.
Oh,
wasting your time.
Wasting your time.
Yeah.
Oh,
so I would advise you just move on with your life. Just move on.
Joe, social media handles, Facebook, where people can follow up with all these questions that are streaming in.
Yeah. Joe Wisdom Rower or Wisdom Talks. Wisdom Talks, you can like our page and follow us. You can ask your questions there, and you can also reach to us. I've also done a book on wisdom for relationships.
Okay.
You can also get a link there and get a copy of that book.
Absolutely. Yeah. Thank you so much for coming through. It's always an amazing time having these conversations with you.
Thank you.
I hope you guys learned a bit or a bit much, okay? And this is why we're here every single morning for that and so much more. If you took in a bit of a lot of the nyamashoma and the warus and ugalis, well, we have a workout session for you in just a bit. Don't go too far. Full Circle with Mikali. We'll be right back.